Well, I knew we were going to get one of these days sooner or later on the trip, and here it is. We're in Mallaig. We've got rain. It's been raining all day. This is the first time we've been able to get out on deck, and we've got a dreadful forecast. I always knew we'd end up with a few days stuck on a mooring buoy somewhere, hemmed in by the weather, and this looks like being it. We chose coming to Mallaig because the guide, the 2011 guide to anchorages in Scotland, describes Mallaig's new harbour yacht facilities, due to open in May 2011. Pontoon berths for 45 yachts. I was really looking forward to that, tying up alongside a pontoon, having some power, water, getting a shower, all the facilities. Unfortunately, so far, the only progress that's been made on the new yacht marina is a digger and a pile of earth. So I don't know when it's going to be finished, but it's certainly not going to be any help to us. So we thought we might move on, but we're really low on fuel because of the voyage we've done so far since we last refueled. So it looks like until tomorrow anyway, we're just stuck on a wet, blowy mooring in the rain. We haven't got petrol, we're not managed to have a shower, we haven't got any diesel, so we can't really go anywhere. That's the trip. It's not always going to be flat, calm seas and sunshine. We're always going to get these days as well, and that's part of voyaging around our country, I suppose. We're about to leave Mallaig. We've got about 25 miles to go heading southwest, and it's heading straight into the sea and straight into the weather, and it's been bucketing down with rain all night. The tender was full. It was like a little swimming pool when we got up this morning. So I think the first 25 miles this morning are going to be pretty damned unpleasant. But otherwise we're going to be hemmed in by the weather for another week, because we've seen the forecast, just been up the harbourmaster's office, and it's looking grim. We get through this stretch, we can get inside the Isle of Mull, and then there's going to be shelter. We'll go into Tobermory maybe into Oban, but this bit is the challenge at the moment.
Say goodbye, here comes the rain. We're going to go and hit it now. See you later, camera. See you on the other side, hopefully.
Well, we're in Oban Marina now, enjoying the luxury. We had a pretty rough day yesterday. It's probably the roughest day at sea that I've ever had on this boat, which was great, testing the boat and testing ourselves. We left Mallaig, and we left in about force 5 to 6 with lots of rainstorms and squalls coming through. And I have to admit that after about sort of 15-20 minutes I was wondering whether we'd made the right decision, whether we should run back to Mallaig. But we decided to press ahead, and it was very exciting. It was about 2.5 hours until we turned into the Sound of Mull, and we were just going straight into the sea. Fairly decent swell, plus the wind. There were a few times when we went into a wave so heavily that the bow went under, and the water actually washed over the bow, over the windscreen, over the chart desk, and back off the stern of the boat. And I've never ever had conditions like that. And literally every wave, we were just pounding on the waves. Water was spraying over the side into my face. I just couldn't see. It was either rain in my eyes or sort of spray in my eyes. It felt like somebody was permanently throwing buckets of salt water in my face. So it was a real relief when you could actually turn across the waves and suddenly into the tranquility of the Sound of Mull. So we've come down now, and we've moored up in the marina at Oban, which is actually just across the bay from the town of Oban itself. The forecast for the next week was dreadful. A force 10 struck, and from Oban town we watched its full ferocity.
Several yachts were ripped from their moorings, including Simon Le Bon's former yacht Drum. The rescue operation took place during the height of the storm, and she was salvaged with remarkably little damage. But with a series of low pressures lining up in the Atlantic to follow this one, we were faced with the option of sitting in a marina for days or weeks, or taking a second break in the voyage. Reluctantly, we rented a car and headed back to Cornwall to anxiously watch the forecasts, waiting for a break in the weather that would allow us to continue the trip.